Hey! The last digit of your like on this video by each who you are from Melon Playground, and the last digit of your subscription to my channel will show your Melon Playground item. So go down right now, subscribe and give me a like. Look at the screen. Notice the last digit of your like and your subscription and write in the comments who you are from Melon Playground. It's simple, if your like is number 8 and the last digit of your subscription is number 5, you're a lemon and a cactus. Show your imagination and enjoy the show.
And hello to all dear friends. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 new backgrounds in Melon Playground. But before we start the video, I want to say a huge thank you to these guys, my subscribers, for participating in my videos. If you want to be in my next video, it's very easy. You need to put a like, subscribe to my channel, and write a cool comment of at least 4 words or more. Either way, I won't waste your time and have fun watching it. In this video, I'm going to show you a concept I created with my own hands. These are 7 new backgrounds in Melon Playground, which I will try to propose to developers to develop something similar. And let's move on to the first background. To be honest, I like it a lot. Look at how cool it looks in the realities of Melon Playground. It's some kind of post-apocalyptic grotesque that actually looks very interesting in the world of Melon Playground. In the background, we see some new buildings in the far, far future. We also see a bridge, which might be used by a train, or maybe it's a future motorway that connects several worlds. Even further away, we see mountains. Perhaps this is the former Dagestan, which will be in the year 2150. We also see a huge, huge city looming in the background. It kind of creates grandeur. It kind of hints that we are too small in the world. Our melon has gone on a journey to the far, far future. And that's how he sees the whole landscape, which gives him only some high emotions. Also, looking at this background, you want to dive into some ambient, endless space of music, and it actually gives even more splendor to the world of Chalk Playground. And the next background is a complete alternative to the previous one. This world really isn't very similar to the previous one. This world is more broken. This is our future, which is thousands upon thousands of years into the future, piercing through time and space the world of Melon Playground. Our melons are in shock. They are immersed in a world that is beyond the reach of our eye, our society. It is various junkyards, various ruins, a very scorching sun that does not allow any plant to grow anymore. Only the stunted moss clinging to the trees is more or less trying to sprout through the stone jungle. And honestly speaking, this background really gives the atmosphere some kind of disturbance, and the only thing missing is disturbing music to this background. I hope I'm trying to convey to you the whole atmosphere that I was trying to convey to you through this background. This is the music that is put on the background of my voice, and you will be immersed in sadness, in some anxiety. But in a minute, it will all go away, because we're going to move on to the next background. And the next background is also about some future. The future is brighter, and just the usual one becomes more understandable, but sadder and lonelier. And now Melonies are immersed only in the atmosphere of their loneliness, and it is actually sad and actually more soothing than usual, because everything that we do not know is more frightening. Everything that we understand is not so frightening. And the next background is brighter than the previous one, because the next background is like a flower that has sprouted among the stone jungle. It breaks through, and it is some lonely, lonely house. It's probably abandoned. Some old grandfather Melon lived there, and he still probably lives there. But he has no health to continue his lonely future. He has long ago abandoned the support of his existence, and just exists among the stone buildings, among the huge heights. That scarlet sunset is like a roast that destroys all living things in this world, but leaves only memories. We look at the background. We look at these skyscrapers. It's like they're alive. We look at them, and we see that there is life there. Even though literally 300 meters away stands a lonely house, where a lonely old Melon is probably dying. It is sad, but very instructive, because nothing is important, our past, nothing is eternal, it all remains in this lonely old house. which stands against the backdrop of huge high-rises. But this sad story ends where another begins. And the next background, it is more pleasant to our eye. It immerses us in some optimistic atmosphere. It is also our distant, some unenlightened future, where we see huge megacities standing on the desert area. We see some artificially created rivulets, which break through the landscapes of sand. And this sand is like a pathway to paradise. It like sends our melons to these high rises to adjust our bright, distant future. And our melons only plunge into the optimistic, unenlightened future, where we see that the industrial society works, where huge as Burj Khalifa additions stand and birds sing. In the midst of the desert, they have enough water and sustenance. Some lonely forest, some lonely plants are growing due to the underground water that was artificially created by these people, these melons. We see some lonely, old, abandoned buses somewhere because of time, some abandoned buildings, rudiments of buildings, lonely buildings. All this is just the opposition of life and death, the beginning of something new, and the end of everything. But looking at the next background, our previous background doesn't seem so sad, doesn't seem so far away. For the next backdrop is hell. It is a scorcher. It is what our future will become if we don't stop the bloodshed. Our melons are immersed in a world where a nuclear revolution has come. A nuclear war is sweeping the globe. And melon is trying to survive amidst these very caustic green-violet colors. We see the nuclear flu hitting our city, and this radioactive wave has only changed the color of the landscape. Now pastel tones do not prevail. Now caustic green-purple colors prevail. And our melon is slowly fading into this darkness. He's trying to survive. He's like a flower. He's like a last hope. Melon, just in this story, we see that all these red corrosives are destroying, just on a molecular level, every living thing on this planet. And hopefully, just hope for our melon that he can help the universe, and trying to restore balance over the world is his main task. And the last background is only as a consequence of our melon's victory. We can see that this story is looped, but Melon has found a way out. He has established his colony. He has plunged into the abyss of hermitage. It is as if he has covered with a dome and a section of the planet that can be called habitable. And there is still thriving life there. There's still clean water there that our melons can eat. There are still high-rises there that try to keep society in balance, that try to keep that society in its full perfection over natural phenomena. Even though we know that nature is all-powerful over us, despite all its some terrible consequences, to try to evict something incredibly alive, something that prevents the planet itself from moving on and continuing to exist. And so we see the radioactive sign above this dome. We're still in danger, but there's still life smoldering beneath this dome. We see the colonies trying to build a bright future to cleanse our planet of evil. I hope you enjoyed my emotion pieces. I tried to give you the atmosphere I imagined when creating these backgrounds. Write in comments how much you liked these micro stories, how much you liked these backgrounds from 1 to 10. Please rate them. To continue this column, lived it still. And how much you like this column. If you like it, then I will certainly make more similar videos. Well, this video comes to an end. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone. Goodbye, and remember, mate, as always, see you the other day.